All right, 49ers fans, let's dive deep into everything happening with our team right now because there's a ton to unpack, and the energy around the squad has been absolutely electric. Starting with the latest updates on the roster, it's clear the front office has been making some strategic decisions that are paying off in real time. Training camp has been a roller coaster, with injuries looming over the team at different points. But the way the 49ers have navigated these challenges has been nothing short of impressive. At one point this offseason, there were over 22 players sidelined, and it would have been easy for management to panic, to go out and try to acquire every piece of talent available. Instead, the decision was made to trust the process, to rely on the internal assessments of the medical and coaching staff, and to believe in the projected return timelines for the injured players. That gamble is now showing its worth as more and more players are getting back into action than anyone expected, which has created a sense of optimism that the roster is shaping up exactly as the coaching staff hoped. Practically speaking, we've seen Dominic Peel making steady progress toward being ready for the opening week, and Jordan Watkins, who initially seemed like a question mark for Week 1, is looking like he might actually be on pace to contribute right from the start of the season. Other players, including Mikael Williams and Upton Stout, have also returned to practice, further bolstering the depth and confidence of the squad. The timing couldn't be better, as having a fully operational roster as the regular season kicks off could make all the difference in terms of early momentum and setting the tone for a successful campaign. Beyond the injury updates, there's some significant movement in the wide receiver room that fans will want to keep an eye on. The 49ers are reportedly in talks with Kendrick Bourne, a familiar face from the 2019 squad, and the potential return of a player like him adds a valuable dimension to the offense. Back in 2019, Bourne tied for the team lead in touchdown receptions despite seeing a limited number of targets, demonstrating his ability to make the most out of opportunities in the red zone. The fact that he could be rejoining the team now, at a time when there are questions surrounding Jauan Jennings and his availability, could have a major impact on how the offense operates. With Jennings missing practice and not yet fully integrated into the team's plans for Week 1, the 49ers receiving core may look to players like Bourne and the practice squad contributors to step up and fill the gap. Historically, the 49ers have spread the ball around to multiple receivers in their passing game, and having versatile options who can make plays in the red zone is critical to keeping defenses honest and creating a balanced attack. It's fascinating to see how this situation is unfolding because it highlights not only the strategic planning of the front office, but also the importance of depth and adaptability in a high-stakes league. When you consider the offensive philosophy that emphasizes the run game while integrating passing options through multiple players, the ability to adjust to injuries and roster uncertainties becomes a decisive factor in maintaining consistency and effectiveness week in and week out. In terms of team culture, these developments also carry weight. The interactions between players, the locker room dynamics, and the way leadership handles sensitive situations, such as contract negotiations or injury management, can significantly influence performance on the field. Jauan Jennings, for example, is a key figure in the locker room, and any prolonged uncertainty around his status could have ripple effects. While it's not fully clear how things are playing out behind the scenes, the coaching staff and front office appear committed to managing both the physical and mental aspects of the team in a way that prioritizes long-term success. From a fan's perspective, it's thrilling to watch this play out because it demonstrates the complexity of managing a professional football team and the layers of strategy that go beyond just what happens during a game. Every decision, from who practices on a given day to which free agents are being courted, contributes to the broader goal of building a roster that can compete at the highest level while remaining resilient to unexpected challenges. Off the field, the league itself is shifting in ways that directly affect the 49ers' competitive landscape. Big moves in other franchises, such as high-profile trades and record-breaking contracts, are reshaping the balance of power in the NFC. For instance, when a player of Micah Parsons' caliber changes teams or secures a historic contract, it sends ripples through the division, forcing every team to reassess strategies and projections. In the context of the 49ers, observing how other contenders are adjusting helps frame expectations and provides insight into potential matchups later in the season. It also underscores the importance of depth, versatility, and forward-thinking roster management. By making calculated decisions now, whether it's through injury management, targeted free agent acquisitions, or careful monitoring of player development, the 49ers are positioning themselves to not only compete, but to potentially dominate in their division. It's a reminder that success in the NFL is rarely about one single move. It's about the accumulation of thoughtful, strategic choices executed over time and under pressure. Turning back to the wide receiver situation, it's worth noting that having multiple reliable options is critical, especially in a system designed by a coach who values distribution and unpredictability. The 49ers' ability to rotate players in and out of the lineup, to capitalize on practice squad talent, and to integrate returning veterans like Bourne will likely be pivotal in maintaining a potent offense throughout the season. This layered approach ensures that even if unforeseen challenges arise, such as injuries, missed practices, or contract negotiations, the team remains capable of executing at a high level. It also creates an environment where younger or less experienced players have the opportunity to step up and make an impact, which can be both exciting for fans and invaluable for long-term roster development. Meanwhile, as the season approaches, the anticipation around the uniforms and team branding is also generating excitement. The new black uniforms for the next several seasons have been well received, maintaining the iconic 49ers identity while introducing a fresh, modern look. Fans have praised the attention to detail, from the gold accents to the classic font styling, which honors tradition while signaling a new era for the team. Uniforms might seem like a cosmetic element, but they contribute to the overall energy and identity of the squad, fostering a sense of pride among players and supporters alike. When a team looks sharp and cohesive on the field, it can have a subtle yet meaningful impact on morale and perception, both internally and externally. All of these elements, the strategic handling of injuries, the roster management, the potential reintegration of key receivers, the attention to culture, and even the aesthetic updates, combine to paint a picture of a franchise that is proactive, thoughtful, and focused on sustained success. As fans, watching the pieces come together provides both a sense of reassurance and anticipation, knowing that the groundwork is being laid for a season where the 49ers can compete at the highest level, adapt to challenges, and potentially emerge as a dominant force in the NFC. The combination of tactical foresight, player development, and cultural integrity gives a strong indication that the team is not merely reacting to circumstances, but actively shaping its destiny in the league. All right, let's continue with the 49ers story, diving even deeper into everything unfolding on and off the field because there's a lot to break down and the excitement around this team is only growing. As we move closer to the start of the regular season, one of the key storylines remains the quarterback and offensive strategy. The 49ers have built a system that emphasizes a strong running game first, but what sets them apart is the versatility in how they distribute the ball through the air. This distribution relies heavily on timing, reads, and having multiple reliable targets to keep defenses guessing. With the uncertainty around Jauan Jennings' status, the team's depth becomes even more critical. The combination of seasoned veterans and emerging practice squad players creates a unique dynamic where matchups can shift week to week and different receivers can step into larger roles depending on game plans and player availability. The offensive philosophy under head coach Kyle Shanahan has always been adaptable, and that adaptability is being tested in real time this preseason. Watching how these pieces come together provides a glimpse into the complexity of building a championship-caliber offense. In parallel, the defensive side of the ball is also experiencing shifts that could impact the team's overall performance. Injuries, recoveries, and strategic depth management all play into how the 49ers approach each game. Players returning from injury, such as Dominic Peel and Jordan Watkins, not only boost the offensive options, but also relieve pressure on the defensive units because ball control and efficient drives reduce the strain on the defense. When a team can maintain possession and consistently convert third downs, it indirectly helps the defense stay fresh and aggressive, which is a subtle but vital component of overall team success. Additionally, The recent trade activity across the league has implications for defensive preparation. Big moves, like Micah Parsons heading to Green Bay, signal that opposing teams are adjusting their rosters aggressively, and this creates both challenges and opportunities for the 49ers. On one hand, they have to prepare for opponents who are bolstering their talent in specific positions. But on the other hand, these moves can create vulnerabilities elsewhere on a roster that the 49ers can exploit. It's a chess match, and understanding where other teams are vulnerable while protecting your own assets is part of the strategic advantage the 49ers have been cultivating. The 49ers' wide receiver room remains a major focus, especially as they navigate negotiations and potential reintegration of players. Kendrick Bourne's potential return highlights the importance of versatility and familiarity within the offensive system. Players who understand the nuances of the playbook and can seamlessly fit into the team's rhythm provide an immediate boost. Beyond Bourne, the team has shown a willingness to leverage practice squad talent in meaningful ways, allowing for flexibility and experimentation in game plans. This approach can create unpredictable matchups for opposing defenses, as the 49ers can rotate personnel and adjust targets based on performance and matchup considerations. The ability to seamlessly integrate new or returning talent into a complex offensive system is a hallmark of successful teams, and the 49ers appear to be executing this strategy with precision. Cultural and leadership dynamics within the team also play a pivotal role in how these on-field strategies unfold. Jauan Jennings, as a key locker room presence, has a significant influence on team cohesion and morale. The uncertainty surrounding offensive balance remains at the heart of the team's strategy. The combination of a strong running game, versatile wide receivers, and a quarterback capable of making precise reads creates a multidimensional threat that is difficult for opponents to defend. The ability to rotate targets, exploit mismatches, and maintain tempo allows the offense to sustain drives and keep defenses off balance. Each player's role is carefully calibrated to contribute to overall efficiency, and the coaching staff's emphasis on situational awareness ensures that every snap is approached with a plan. When you consider the depth of talent available, including the returning players and practice squad contributors, it becomes evident that the 49ers are preparing to execute an offense that is both dynamic and resilient. Defensively, the team is leveraging similar principles of adaptability. Injuries and recoveries are closely monitored, and the coaching staff is constantly evaluating matchups and situational alignments. The integration of returning players allows for a more aggressive approach, while younger or less experienced players gain opportunities to prove themselves in meaningful situations. This creates a layered defense capable of adjusting to different offensive schemes and sustaining pressure throughout the game. In combination with offensive efficiency, the defense benefits from strategic rest, rotation, and situational deployment, which enhances overall team performance. As the regular season approaches, the anticipation surrounding the team's performance is palpable. Fans are excited not only about the on-field talent, but also about the strategic approach the team is taking. Every decision, from practice management to free agent acquisition, contributes to a broader plan of sustained competitiveness. The integration of returning players, the careful handling of injury situations, and the attention to cultural cohesion all signal that the 49ers are approaching the season with both precision and purpose. Uniform updates, while often considered a minor detail, also contribute to the team's identity and fan excitement. The new black uniforms maintain the essence of the 49ers branding while adding a modern, sleek aesthetic that energizes both players and supporters. The visual impact of the uniforms reinforces the team's identity and helps cultivate a sense of pride and unity as they take the field. This alignment between aesthetic presentation and performance mentality reflects the organization's comprehensive approach to excellence, where every element, from strategy to appearance, is considered in the pursuit of success. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Tristan Wirfs, the towering offensive lineman whose presence on the field has been a blend of brute strength and precise technique, has reportedly given a resounding yes to joining the San Francisco 49ers, sending shockwaves across the NFL community. Sources close to the matter hint that the discussions have been intense but fruitful, culminating in what many insiders are calling a game-changing acquisition for the 49ers. The sheer speculation around this move has dominated social media channels, sports talk shows, and fan forums, as analysts dissect every possible angle, from salary cap implications to the reshaping of the offensive line. Wirfs, known for his relentless work ethic, devastating run-blocking ability, and adaptability against elite pass rushers, would not only fill a critical gap in San Francisco's offensive front, but could also redefine the team's strategic approach to protecting their quarterback and enhancing the run game. Rumors suggest that this decision comes after careful consideration of team culture, coaching philosophy, and the potential to compete immediately for a Super Bowl, making the news a tantalizing mix of certainty and suspense that NFL enthusiasts can't ignore. The timing, sources say, is strategic, possibly intended to send a psychological message to rival teams while energizing the 49ers fan base. Adding Tristan Wirfs to the 49ers roster, if the deal is finalized, would immediately position the team among the elite offensive lines in the league, a feat that has eluded them despite several promising drafts and trades over the years. Analysts are buzzing with scenarios about how Wirfs could pair with established stars in the offensive unit, providing cohesion that has been lacking in critical playoff moments. Coaches are reportedly thrilled at the prospect, seeing him as a versatile lineman capable of handling multiple positions on the line, whether protecting the blind side or anchoring the interior. The move also carries broader implications for the team's draft strategy and free agency approach, as a high-profile signing of this nature could shift priorities elsewhere, forcing general managers and scouts to adapt to a new, Wirfs-centered plan. Fans have taken to social media in droves, speculating on how his presence could transform the 49ers' running schemes, pass protection, and even locker room morale. While nothing is officially confirmed, whispers of private workouts, contract clauses, and relocation logistics have only fueled the anticipation. Every game becomes a potential showcase of how this rumored acquisition might alter the trajectory of San Francisco's championship ambitions, with pundits and fans alike dissecting every training camp report and practice footage for hints. Speculation about Tristan Wirfs' move to the 49ers has ignited debates across the NFL landscape, as rival franchises consider the domino effect such a signing could create in the Western Conference and beyond. Sports journalists suggest that the ripple effect could extend into upcoming drafts, with teams potentially shifting strategies to counterbalance the newfound strength in San Francisco's line. Analysts have been mapping out every conceivable scenario, from offensive adjustments to defensive counter-strategies, acknowledging that a player of Wirfs' caliber can have far-reaching consequences. Rumors indicate that discussions have also involved intricate contract negotiations, performance incentives, and potential team leadership roles, painting a picture of a move that is not just athletic, but also organizational in its significance. Social media chatter highlights fan reactions ranging from euphoric optimism to cautious skepticism, emphasizing the emotional stakes involved in such a high-profile acquisition. Coaches and former players have weighed in, speculating on how his unique skill set and physicality could immediately impact the 49ers' game plan, particularly in high-pressure playoff situations. Even casual observers are being drawn into the frenzy, with every practice report, video clip, and insider whisper dissected and debated. The intrigue surrounding Wirfs' potential arrival is heightened by the timing of the news, coinciding with crucial league developments, making it a focal point for ongoing NFL discourse. Behind the scenes, sources suggest that Tristan Wirfs' potential commitment to the 49ers involved extensive evaluation of team culture, city lifestyle, and long-term career prospects, highlighting that this move is as much about personal alignment as professional ambition. Insiders hint at multiple meetings with coaching staff, executives, and teammates, signaling a careful vetting process on both sides, which has fueled the rumor mill with endless speculation about the precise terms and motivations involved. The discussions reportedly touched on leadership responsibilities, mentorship of younger players, and the integration of his skill set into existing schemes, indicating that the 49ers are thinking beyond immediate on-field impact to consider the broader organizational benefits. Analysts suggest that this strategic approach, if true, underscores why San Francisco has become a magnet for top-tier talent, combining competitive opportunity with a supportive environment conducive to elite performance. Fan communities are abuzz with conjecture about how Wirfs' presence might redefine the team's identity, particularly in high-stakes playoff scenarios where offensive line strength can dictate championship outcomes. Rumors of potential celebratory announcements, exclusive media events, and early season surprises have also circulated, reflecting the media's eagerness to capitalize on the frenzy. In addition, comparisons to historical signings of other linemen with transformative effects on their teams are being drawn, emphasizing the magnitude of this development. The rumor has created a mix of hope, excitement, and cautious anticipation, leaving the NFL world watching closely for any confirmation or further developments. Even as the rumor mill spins, speculation about Tristan Wirfs' arrival in San Francisco is fueling discussions about broader implications for the league, team rivalries, and fan engagement. Social media trends suggest that the conversation is transcending traditional sports coverage, as memes, podcasts, and live discussions dissect every potential impact, from on-field performance to merchandising opportunities. Analysts are exploring how his integration into the 49ers system could alter quarterback protection strategies, runs, suggesting that coaches are leaving no stone unturned in preparation for his rumored arrival. Fans are engaging in spirited debates about potential starting lineups, jersey sales, and the impact on team chemistry, reflecting the deepened fandom into a dynamic narrative that dominates the current sports landscape. If confirmed, Tristan Wirfs joining the 49ers could mark a seismic shift, with implications that resonate far beyond the field, shaping conversations, strategies, and expectations for seasons to come, leaving the NFL community collectively holding its breath for the next move in this unfolding drama. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.